Can I get some EDM drops and... What's up, Porsche gents? We got some cool stuff that I've had sitting on the darn top of the cabinet here for months and months. But I've got some racing products. One is a shift knob that I didn't even know I wanted in the GT4. And then the other is a tow hook. And I know what you're thinking, you know, go to the track, what do you need a tow hook for? Well, I'm not gonna leave the tow hook on, but I do transport the car to the mountains several times a year. And it's better to have a tow hook so that they can, you know, my guy with his trailer uses a winch. And so it's better to put the tow hook on and have it ready to go. And so we're gonna talk about the shift knob, we're going to talk about tow hooks, and I'm going to show you the difference between the Raceseng and this is the Ren line that I've had for a number of years. You can see I've had this on multiple GT3s. These do not fit, I learned, these do not fit on the 2019, so the 991.2s have a pointier nose, and so they're not long enough to reach, and so the backside of here of the hook butts up against the bumper, but it does fit on the 981 or 718 and a 981 GT4. So let's show you what we got here. So I think his name is Jason Singh. And then the company's called Raceseng, and these things are just so freaking cool. I mean, check this out. So these are the lugs, lug nuts. I'm waiting for them to come out with lug bolts, but this is how it comes. This is what I got for my Civic. And it comes in a setup like this, and then these are titanium, just freaking incredible craftsmanship. And the coolest thing about these lug nuts is that it uses a torque style proprietary type connection, and they send you this really awesome socket for these so they don't get jacked up when you're removing them. But this set here, as you might imagine, is rather costly. But this is for the Civic. I think this is like, these titanium nuts are like 895 bucks or something like that, I think they are. So rather expensive, but super cool. So here's the shift knob we're gonna do. This is the Stratose in Alcantara. These aren't as costly. This is super heavy. That's what I'm most excited to take that plastic shift knob off. Again, it's not something I really thought about doing, but we'll take the plastic shift knob off and put this weighted metal version, and then there's an adapter kit here that allows you to set up the aftermarket threaded knob on the I think it's beveled, I guess you'd call that the beveled shaft of the shifter in the GT4. And so we're gonna put those on. And so I think the knob is like $195, and then this piece is like 25 bucks, but you just go on their site and you click the drop down and it all fits together. They even send you a pre-configured, ready to go zip tie for the shift boot. And then it comes with a little, it actually came in this little baggie that I took out, but just cool touch. This stuff really appeals to me. It's like buying from Apple. And there's actually a little strip you just pull off, and then you open it up. There's a little magnet on the box here. It's freaking cool. I'm a sucker for that. And then the tow hook looks like this. I'm gonna give you some stickers and my invoice, and then an installation guide. So they've done a great job. You can go and learn about how to install it. And then this is the tow hook setup here, which has a separate detachable, and I'll show you how to install this. It took me a little while to figure out how to get this right. But we actually take these apart and then thread it on, versus the Ren line, you just put on all in one piece. So we'll show you the two differences between these as well. And I think this is like 175 bucks versus the Ren line. I'll have the GoPro mount on it, which I don't like the GoPro down low, so I probably should just take that mount off. But the Ren line is, I think, 125 bucks. So it's about 50 bucks more for the Raceseng, but super clean, super nice looking. The Ren line is no slouch either. But let's set them up here and show you the difference. So GT4, you push on the top, pull out, and then I usually take the little arrow thingy, so I take this thing off completely. So you just squeeze the little arrow, pull it out, and then make sure you don't drop this on the ground or damage it. So I usually put it in the glove box so that I can get it back out. So let's do the Ren line first. Now remember, a tow hook is reverse threaded, and so you have to turn the opposite way, and I find that it's a little tricky to get it started. The thread should be the same. I think I put this in here already. I believe the GT4, GT3 are the same thread pattern. Why is that not threading in? Maybe not. I swear I tried this before. The thread pitch looks the same. So let's put this guy on. Let's go to this one first. Yeah, see that threads in nicely. We'll try to get the red line in there. At least we'll be able to see. Now the red line's from my GT3. So remember, reverse thread. And Kyle came up with this idea. I was having an issue getting this to thread on, where the tow hook is normal. The tow hook, the portion of it is normal thread, and then this is, so this here is normal thread, and this is reverse thread. And so it was spinning or coming loose. And so you put that in first and then turn on your, whatever, the hook part of it. Go all the way in with it. Turn it out. And then I guess what we need to do in order to get it nice and lined up is we'll take a wrench. What does that look like? A 24 maybe? Making sure not to hit our bumper. 26. There we go. So there's our racing look. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Shoot. I like that. So yeah, I don't think this is the right thread pitch for the, this was for a 991.1 GT3. And so the threads I don't think fit in it. But you can see the red line is no slouch, nice looking tow hook. I think the craftsmanship of the Raceseng is a little better, but it just depends on your style. This one has like a little plastic wafer in here that allows it to still, like a little wafer washer, a plastic washer that allows you to still spin this thing. You know, they do make one for this car, but there's your style difference for 50 bucks more, just a little different setup, but that looks freaking cool. And this finish, it looks like, I think this is probably powder coated and this might be anodized. What do you think, Bryce? Does that look like anodized to you?
This looks like an anodized.
This is definitely powder coated.
Yeah, this is from the, yeah, I would say this is probably anodized.
Yeah, I think so. Anodized aluminum. Yeah. That's pretty sick. I'm gonna drive around like that all the time, make me look like a real deal racer. It's like I was listening to Joe Rogan the other day. He was talking about white belts getting their, you know, braking cartilage in their ears, so it looks like they have, you know, if it look tough. That would be kind of like me driving around with the tow hook on the car. But again, a tow hook for me is really practical. Of course, there's one inside of the car, but a tow hook for me is practical when, you know, when I'm transporting the car somewhere on a trailer, truck and trailer. All right, let's do the shift knob. We'll leave that on here for now and take some pictures for Instagram. All right, I actually watched the install video, so you'll be proud of me. I read the instructions on this, so I should be able to do this all right. This tool, I'm telling you people, I have this in the store. It's called a skin wedge. It's designed to pull off airplane, like the skins on like an aircraft. And basically what it is, it's like the thickness of your thumbnail, but metal. Now, of course, you got to be careful when you're dealing with plastics, but this should work for this. Just tuck it in there, pop, and we're good. So I think all we do is pull this thing off. and pull the shift knob off and smash my fingers off the roof like you're expecting me to do. There we go. Okay, there's these little clips here, clip there. It comes out pretty easily. And then this thing turns to release it. Here you go, Bryce, you're waiting for this. Oh, okay, that wasn't that bad.
That was too easy.
I was expecting to be like, what was the car we did? Was it your car that one of the cars that we did a while back ago?
It was the M3.
Oh, yeah. That was a long time ago, but yeah. Where I smashed my fist on the roof.
You're like, I don't think this thing comes off.
And so then there's little push button, little clips to get this off. And we'll keep all this stuff so that we can go back if we don't like it for some reason. I need a little flathead, I think, to get this off. There we go. I'm telling you, this thing's freaking amazing. Ooh, don't hit your dash. So you can see these little clippy things need to turn in or to get it off. Okay, and then these inserts we won't need because we have that new collar. So this piece needs to come off. I don't think it's glued in there, is it? There's like a little insert ring in there. So you need to get that little ring out.
You watch these video instructions. Man.
They skipped right to, oh, you just pop this off. Oh.
A little pinch and a pull and you're good.
I almost got it. I only pulled, okay, this little snap ring. There's just a little bit of glue in there, but this little ring pushes it together. We're not going to need that because we're going to fold this over with a zip tie. Okay, and we have our new collar. Oh, sweet, so you can set the height, whatever you want it to be, which I want it to be. I usually want it to be as low as possible. Obviously not that low, but I do want it to sit lower. All right, get me, it's like a 4 millimeter.
4 millimeters.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, Porsche's nice. Okay, so we'll just loosely put this on here. Kind of want to take the R and point it the other way so I don't see it. What do you think?
Go hot boy, have it really tall. So you hang shifts and turn wheels.
Something isn't right. It fits that way. Does it only go in one way? No, it's a darn circle. I was going to say, I thought it was just a circle. So this you want locked on. And then these I thought would correspond to these chamfers, if that's what that is. And instead, you just set it however you want it, at whatever height you want. So that's the lowest height. Let's see how tight these lock it in place. Looks pretty good though. Looks pretty. You know, I always worry about doing different colors, but like black and grays, they all work together, so it's not a big deal. I learned that in the Civic, doing different colors inside the interior is fine as long as they're in the same family. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess we have to stretch the boot out and fit it over that. Yeah, you're right. That looks stupid, but it doesn't.
You're looking a little Honda bro
Yeah.
adapter, so.
Just want to get it right past those bottom nuts like that. Only I can turn a shift knob install into a freaking full day project. Once I push this, see, I wonder if the zip tie, We'll try it. So now, we're gonna put this sucker on here. We'll lock the shift knob on. Whatever I did with it. Let's try to move the lap. Yeah, that looks a little better, doesn't it? Adds another layer of complication here. Well, now we got to get it.
Yeah, because now the boot's clamped.
Right.
It's like,
Just go like that. We're going with 45. That looks.
that's artistic. Some race car stuff.
The boot kind of helped keeps it locked on. I hope. Straighten her out. Shoot. Oh no, it's good. Okay. Gonna get a full turn. I think it's good. Nope. Can I get another full turn? Come on. That's good. Yeah. That looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? Got this nice and straight. These come at an angle. That's lined up straight. Shift boot's stretched out a little bit. That's pretty sweet. I like that. Yeah, versus this plastic thingy. I mean, I never really hated this, but this is like a feather, and that's solid. Nicely done. Beautiful. It looks the part too. A little bit of aftermarket flair, but I like it. Let me pull this cell phone mount out of here while we're in here, making riveting content. Yeah, with the iPhone 12, it just doesn't work. No, it just doesn't. It's not, the MagSafe is not strong enough.
Oh, it just falls?
Yeah. It sits up there for like a second and then flops on the ground when you're not paying attention. So this is a Renline mount, and I got some Amazon MagSafe pluggy thingy, but it doesn't frickin' work, so I'm just taking it out. It might actually work better if you did the mount that's down here, but I don't want to do that. I'm just taking it out. I think they make a mount that goes across these two bolts. I was never really a cell phone mount kind of guy, but in this car, having that mount right here was pretty convenient. Yeah, but see, it doesn't work very well. Not strong enough. It's the MagSafe magnet. And I tried putting a hefty magnet in the middle, and then it doesn't charge, as you might imagine. Makes my shift knob look better not having that in there. Gotta love a Porsche. Look at that. Goes right back in place. Other cars, you do that, and chances are it's not going back together the same. It came apart. Yeah, that looks good. Can I get some EDM montage panos? Oh, I can't get out of the passenger side. It's like I'm not. Yeah, that's part of it. The other part is just my leg muscles not conditioned for that. That looks, yeah, that does look good. All right, Porsche gents, it's a pretty legit setup there, I think. GT4 is freaking awesome, man. I love this car. What am I gonna do? Because I really wanted GT3 Touring and 992 Touring, so what the heck am I gonna do here? Just keep them all. Just get them all. 997 is going to have a freaking 27 car Porsche collection. Yeah, it makes me feel good in the world when my GT4 is clean. My GT3 is probably going to get clean this afternoon. But the racing stuff, hit up raceseng.com, and I think this is the way to go. I like this tow hook. I like the red line stuff too, but I think this is the way to go. And that shift knob looks suitable for a very stock-looking interior, yeah, I think it's cool. I think you should fight the urge, because they can make it any color you want. Fight the urge to match your frickin' calipers or do some stupid powder blue or something dumb. Stick with the black. So I'm trying to help you, you older gentlemen in your Porsches, try to get a little wild in your late 40s and early 50s and start painting purple stripes on your wall. Stop doing that. Stick with the simple, the classic. Anyway, thanks for watching. And yeah, next project on the GT4, I think, will be, we got to go do some driving impressions of the current setup, which is the sole side muffler, or axle pipes, and what are they called? Over axle pipes, and their rear section. I got to do some in-car and some exterior flybys with that setup, with the valves disconnected, is the way I'm driving around with it. And then I've got Dundon headers, they're catted street headers, to add to that setup. We'll see what that does. It's gonna be pretty cool. So in theory, it should sound great and add some power, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more crazy. I always got more stuff going on. See you soon.